Ladies and gents, this is it. The best fragrance releases of 2024 designers. Let's go. Welcome back to another video. Max Forte here. Hope you guys are having a great beginning of 2025. Of course, this is the time you've been waiting for. We're going to talk about the best releases designers. In my humble opinion, of course, the niche edition of this video is going to be coming up very soon. Stick around for that one, but these are going to be great fragrances if you want to really start 2025 on the right foot. Anything you go with here is going to definitely give you that, edge. It's definitely going to make you stand out from the crowd. These are not more of the same. So without any further ado, we're going to do this, of course, 12 fragrances. We're going to go for them, and these are all great. Any one of these fragrances you choose to wear, you're going to smell amazing. These are the best, the creme de la creme, the best of what the designer counter had to offer in 2024. Starting off the list here at the 12th spot, I'm going to talk about one that I'm not a huge fan of, but this one here changed my mind a little bit. And of course, we're talking about YSL's Myself Le Parfum. And I love this one because it starts off peppery, spicy. You have an orange blossom, white floral heart. And then of course, the ambroxan, little touch of aromatics here. I want to say clary sage and vanilla and heart, making this a very well put together and more refined version, if you will, from the Myself collection. This is definitely a great pick. Guys, check this out if you haven't. I think you're going to enjoy this one. If you like the Myself collection, it's a no-brainer. But again, this one here, not as sweet, not as playful as their predecessors in this line. Again, I always talk about timeless class and sophistication in the bottle. I always talk about how the fragrance world is really combining the modern takes with some of the timeless old school fougères and leathers and of course chypres. And this one here captures the old school fougères to the T, giving it a modern take. This is of course Lacoste Original, which is a reintroduction of the original 1984 release, which was a heavy fougere with leather, aromatic components, tons of vetiver in there, oak moss. This one here tones it down a little bit on those old school fougere vibes and adds the sweeter components such as tonka beans, vanilla, and some of the modern spices that we're accustomed to it. But the thing is, this one, amazing sprayers by the way, this one here retains that old school green fougere vibe, which I love. This is the perfect case of classic meets modern. There's two more fragrances actually on this list, actually three, but really two, that really will encompass the same kind of a scent profile of that modern meets classic, traditional, refined kind of taste. I really enjoyed this one. I think I go as far as saying it's at the 14th spot because it has a little bit of that old school vibe, and a lot of people won't really love it. I truly love this one here. I wore it a lot last year. Even gonna go as far as saying this one will probably appear on spring lists, versatile lists, professional, well put together lists. It will go on and on and on because it's a very well comprised scent, guys. Check out Lacoste Original. I think it's a hidden gem. A lot of people sleeping on this one here. You can actually find this at discounters for a really good price. By the way, every fragrance on this list will be, of course, put together in the description of this video to make your life easier if you want to get a bottle. And of course, if you want to get a decant, you can get it from Parfum.com, which is the partner of this channel. And you can use my code right now, MAX21, to get 21% off the whole site. Start the year right, where you want to go, designer, indie or niche, doesn't matter. You can get everything, get a full package, try all these fragrances on skin before you buy them. Make sure you love them before you commit to a full bottle. But again, a lot of these you can find at great pricing, and everything will be listed below from a fragrance lover to another. Speaking of hidden gems, here's another one at the 10th spot. This is going to be top 10. These are definitely the best of what the designer world had to offer. Top 10 here, starting with Cerruti. And when was the last time you heard of a Cerruti fragrance? It's been quite a minute. They actually nailed it. They knocked it out of the park with this one. This is Vivo from Cerruti. Eau de Parfum concentration, beautiful fragrance. I wore a lot of this fragrance last year. This is an amazing composition. It's a woody, spicy fragrance featuring notes of apple, rum, vetiver, sesame seeds. It's a very unique fragrance, to be honest with you. Of course, there's going to be some things here that will be familiar to you. The closest thing that I would talk about this fragrance being similar to would be the long discontinued Boss Bottled Intense. So it has some characters of that fragrance, and then you add that rum, which gives it booziness, and the sesame seeds that adds this very intricate and captivating kind of aroma to the fragrance that's almost nutty. Absolutely fantastic, hidden gem of a fragrance. Vivo from Cerruti, guys. Don't snooze on this one. I think this is one of the most of the hidden gem fragrances of 2024 that no one's really talking about it. And I highly suggest you guys check this out. This is gonna be one of your favorite discoveries if you haven't yet tried this fragrance. Definitely worth getting your nose on. Absolutely fantastic fragrance in 2024. And again, the thing about this channel is to always bring you guys stuff that's not more of the same. Things that are off the beaten path so you're not smelling like everybody else. That's the whole purpose of this journey, is to find things that are unique to you, to give you guys that special something. So the next fragrance I'm about to share with you is definitely that. This is from the house of Mauboussin, and it's been a minute since I talked about this fragrance. And this year, this was one of the top hidden gem discoveries I made. This is Star for Man from Mauboussin. Absolutely incredible fragrance. This is going to be a peppery, leathery kind of a fragrance with iris, saffron, spices, incense. It's a little bit smoky as well, a little bit dark, but not too dark as one of the other fragrances here on this list. Not the darkest one at all, but definitely one of the darkest ones for sure, but not the darkest. The darkest one is coming soon. But this one here, amazing. Iris, leathery saffron with the incense, smoky to it. Absolutely amazing. It's gonna turn heads. This is probably one of the most head turning fragrances in your designer counter. Again, not as easy to find, just like the Cerruti Vivo. You're gonna have to search a little bit. I'm gonna have this linked in the description of this video to make your life easier so you don't have to do all the legwork, for an amazing price. This is a killer for the price, how it performs, and the smell. This is a no-brainer. If you like this kind of a scent profile, you're gonna love it. If you haven't tried the scent profile, for the price, it's really a no-brainer, guys. Star for Man from Mauboussin, amazing. I'm so happy to have them come back with fragrance releases. It's been a minute. It's mostly a jewelry company. I'm hoping that they're gonna continue this line right here, the Mauboussin Star for Man, because this line here, guys, absolutely fire. The 8th spot, we're gonna go with a spicy tobacco, and this is probably not something you're thinking of. This was exclusive to the Dubai market. It is kind of hard to find. It comes in and out from one particular website, fragrancebuy.ca. Hopefully they'll have it in stock the time I'm shooting this video, but I'm not sure at this time if they have it or not. I think they had it when I was compiling the list, but the time I'm actually posting this video, I don't know if this is gonna be available. And this is, of course, from the Stronger With You collection. This is Stronger With You Tobacco. This is an incredible spicy tobacco with leathery facets, beautiful beast of a sprayer, absolutely fantastic. Fall and winter, this is my go-to. As far as the designer is concerned, if you're looking for a great tobacco designer to rock, that's not gonna break the wallet, but it's gonna make you smell incredible. Stronger With You Tobacco is amazing. It's definitely in my top 2 from this line. I'd say leather's number 1, this is number 2, and then oud is number 3. Incredible, guys. If you love the note of tobacco with a leathery undertone, amber, sweet spices, I believe there's iris here as well. This is a knockout kind of a fragrance. This is something that will really bring people in. It's captivating, compliment inducing, smells like $1,000,000. Stronger With You Tobacco, one of the best ones right now at the 8th spot. Definitely try to get your nose on this one. If you can't get a bottle, get a decant, wear it. I'm sure you're gonna love it. If you love tobacco, this is a must. This is going to be a very unique fragrance. And here's the deal, this is not gonna be for everyone at all. This is gonna be a fragrance that it's gonna take a special somebody to wear it, because it's quite daring, especially in the beginning. Then it gets easier to wear as it develops and warms up with your body chemistry. But the first 15, 20 minutes are gonna be quite daring. This is Tom Ford's Black Lacquer from the Tom Ford Private Blend. One of the best releases last year. I love this stuff. I do have an actual flacon, a 250 ml flacon. This 30 ml here, I actually keep it in my office. I carry with me because I like to wear it, especially right now in the winter time. I think it's perfection for snowy days, really cold weather if I'm out and about. This is something that people stop me and ask me, wow, you smell really unique, you smell really good. What is it you're wearing? This is going to be smoky. It has this vinyl accord, vinyl record accord, which is really plasticky and weird feeling. It's got this smoky, embery, and very deep and dark and resinous feel to the fragrance. There's ebony wood here. Some people compare this to Ebene Fumé from also Tom Ford Private Blend. I can see that in the dry down facet of the fragrance, but this is a lot darker. It's a lot more resinous. It's a lot spicier. This is definitely a step up from Ebene Fumé, which I think it's more wearable. This is, like I said, the first 15, 20 minutes, very daring for a lot of people, but the magic do begin after 15, 20 minutes as it warms up with your body chemistry. I think it's gonna give you an edge. It's gonna make you stand out from the crowd. If you're looking for those type scents, at the 7th spot, I have to give it to Tom Ford Black Lacquer. This could have been higher in the list, but I'm saying at 7th spot, could have been easy top 5, top 3, but I wanna put it right in the middle because it could be a little bit divisive and quite daring at times. But amazing stuff nevertheless. At the 6th spot, we're gonna talk about Jean-Paul Gaultier's Paradise Garden. This stuff here got so hyped that for a while there, it was quite hard to find this fragrance, and people were paying upwards of $150, $175, $200+ for this fragrance. This is green, it's very aromatic, very tropical. The coconut note here is very nice. There is a slight fig kind of a note here, very tropical, easy to wear, amazing, compliment inducing. It checks a lot of boxes, that's for sure. But again, because this is mostly a spring and summertime kind of a fragrance for me, it's going to be right at the 6th spot. But nevertheless, it's a great release from last year and one that you definitely have to get your nose on. Amazing stuff. A lot of people talked about this one, of course. I got my eyes on 2 fragrances that are coming out from this brand, one of which is, of course, Elixir Absolu, I think it's called. I can't wait to try that one. But this one here, guys, amazing. If you love a green, aromatic, sweet, and tropical kind of a fragrance, this is definitely a must try. And by the way, I go as far as saying this is very androgynous. This is very gender-free. Anybody can rock this, a guy or a gal. It's gonna get you smelling amazing, and it lasts pretty good for what it is, so it definitely gets a huge thumbs up. And at the 6th spot, I think it's quite a good position for this fragrance. I think it's a quite good rank for this fragrance in 2024. It's one of the best, that's for sure. Back in 1996, in the 90s, this fragrance was a great fragrance and very slapped on. Many people did not wear or talk about it. It's kind of like one of those under the radar type scents, and this one here is exactly that. In 2024, this fragrance was re-released and repackaged as an eau de parfum concentration, and this is an incredible tea-based scent. I love my tea fragrances. I think they're very calming, they're very refined, and this one here, it checks all those boxes for a great gentleman fragrance to rock in 2025. Guys, without further ado, I give you Pour Homme Eau de Parfum from Bvlgari. This is something that you don't hear many people talk about it. I love this stuff so much. I may even wear it today. Oh, this is so beautiful. This is so timeless. This is a little bit similar to Nishane's, I believe Oolong Cha is the name. It has a gorgeous tea note here, but it's a little bit smoky and earthy on the account of the vetiver that it has. It's quite masculine. It has a gorgeous musky note, white musk, very sensual, very uplifting. I mean, I wore a lot of this fragrance in 2024, and this was actually one of my signature scents last year. It's something that I wore a lot, meetings, gatherings, just elevates your style. This is another one that will make a lot of lists for me, guys. Versatile, professional smelling, stealth, wealth, all those things, guys. This checks all the boxes, and this will most likely appear on my top spring 2025 coming up in the next few months. Amazing stuff, guys. Do not snooze on this one. You're gonna be quite surprised with how good this is, and especially if you love tea-based scents, it's a must. At the 4th spot, this fragrance came out at the tail end of this past year. I'm going to say around October time, and this really blew my mind. It made, I believe, my top fall of last year. And this is, of course, Boss Bottled Absolu. What an incredible fragrance. This is sweet, it's spicy, it's balsamic. As far as leathery as well, there's a gorgeous note of leather here, and it's very smoky and resinous as well. I would say that in this top 12 video here, if I'm looking for a great fragrance to wear mostly in the cool weather, fall and winter of 2024, this would be it. Into 2025, of course, because this is winter 2025 right now. I'm actually wearing a lot of this fragrance. This is amazing. It's gonna open up very spicy, very smoky, very resinous, a little bit sweet with an ambery accord that it has, patchouli, cedarwood, davana, incense, leather. This is a beast in performance. This is one of the fragrances here, probably one of the best in performances. One that's gonna announce your entrance, and as you leave, it's gonna leave a trail and people are gonna know you were there. It's one of those, if you spray your clothes, it's gonna be there for days on, and it's just an amazing fragrance, guys. And as it gets warmer with your skin, it gets even better. This is something that if you're going out on a date and you're rocking this, the person you went out on a date with is gonna remember you for a long time. Guys, Boss Bottled Absolu, one of the best warm, spicy releases of last year, period. Now, a very surprising release is going to go to the number 3 spot for me from the house of Prada. This is Ocean Luna Rosa Le Parfum. Now, this could have been a altogether standalone release. I would have actually released this as a tobacco scent from the brand, a leather and tobacco scent, because this one here, when you think of ocean, you're thinking of something that's gonna be very sparkly, very bright, very aquatic, maybe marine. This one here opens up a little citrus for 2 minutes, and then immediately it develops into this leathery, saffron, amber, and tobacco kind of a scent. To give you a hint of what this reminds me of a more wearable, less pungent tobacco version of Pure Havane from Mugler. If you're familiar with Mugler Pure Havane, which is long discontinued, people love to wear that fragrance. This is gonna be a great alternative to that scent if you missed that fragrance. There's another one, I think it's called Bvlgari Pour Homme, which I'll pop it on the screen here, which is another leather tobacco scent. This one is similar to that as well. So again, combining tradition, combining sophistication, refinement of old school scents that are timeless with modern, sweeter Ambroxan kind of a tonka beans in the base. But again, it's gonna have a gorgeous leathery saffron and tobacco kind of a vibe. Love the stuff. It goes into aromatic territory as well. I get some smooth lavender here, a little bit of green, a little bit of hints of green clary sage as well. So it's quite aromatic, slightly sweet, and gorgeous, smooth, leathery, and tobacco composition. At the third spot, this one, guys, one of the best fragrance releases of 2024. The name here was not very fitting, but the scent just blew my mind. Now, if you guys follow this channel this past year, 2024, or for any length of time, you know how much I love my woody, aromatic, woody, spicy type scents, my fougères, lavender, vetivers, oak mosses. This one here really pays homage to the old school genre. However, it adds this tropical nuance. So if you love this fragrance, but you wanted something a little bit more masculine, a little bit more manly, a little bit more aromatic, spicy, and green, less tropical, still having a little hint of the tropical coconut, but more green, more aromatic, more assertive to rock all year round as a signature scent, as I have. Guys, I give you Eternity 4-Man Aromatic Essence. Now, I have my fingers crossed. This is not a limited edition because sometimes with these brands, they release so many things. Sometimes they discontinue them as quickly as they come into the market. And I heard through the grapevine that this might be that situation, a limited edition fragrance that will be soon gone. So I got myself a couple backup bottles because I love this stuff, guys. This is an incredible fragrance. It's got the tropical coconut, semi-sweet opening, but then it goes into this really gorgeous aromatic fougere type of territory with vetiver, lavender, cardamom, cedar, patchouli. This is an amazing fragrance, long-lasting, amazing. It's gonna elevate your style, I guarantee you. Like I said, it's gonna have some of the properties of the tropical sweetness that you get with the coconut found here in Paradise Garden, but then it gets greener, spicier, and woodier and more aromatic as that fragrance does. And it performs better than that fragrance too. I love this stuff, guys. Amazing. As it gets to the dry down phase, you get a darker patchouli along with that lavender and aromatic essences with vetiver that I talked about. It's almost smoky and earthy, but again, always retaining that semi-sweet coconut tropical vibe that they made this so special, guys. This was so well put together, and I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that this will not be a discontinued gem. There's also an amber essence version coming out very soon. Of course, as soon as I get my hands on it, I'll talk about it, but this one here at the second spot, one of the best releases of 2024, period, and I rock this a lot as a signature scent. And this is one that you don't need many sprays. This is gonna actually last pretty good. 3 to 4 sprays, maybe 5, you're good to go. All right, top release of 2024. If you guys watched my mid-year, I talked about, I believe in July, early August, talked about the state of the world as far as releases went, as far as designers went, and I talked about my favorite releases up to that point. And the fragrance I'm about to share with you right now definitely made the top. And this is, of course, the trio from Guerlain. And a lot of times in 2024, I said, Guerlain is just doing way too much, way too many releases. Of course, Tobacco Honey was a great release. It could have made this list, but I think this trio really nailed it. This is the Parfum trio, of course. They had the L'Homme Idéal Parfum, which is an amazing, leathery, honey, almond kind of a creation. If you guys didn't try this fragrance, it's definitely a great one. And of course, what they did here with the vetiver, modernizing it, it was a close one. This could have been my first and favorite release of 2024, but I actually went with a Chypre leathery fragrance that they really modernized it to perfection. Habit Rouge, Guerlain, Parfum 2024, the best release from last year, period. In fact, I will make this my scent of the day today. This has a note of boozy rum. It has a bourbon vanilla. It has a leathery facet that you get with the original. It has a lot of the character of that traditional gorgeous Habit Rouge. If you know it, you know it. If you haven't tried it, you must try Habit Rouge in its original form. And it's actually a fragrance that a lot of celebrities have worn and still wear it to this day as their signature scent. Keith Richards from Rolling Stones, 𝗕𝗏𝗏 from Guerlain actually wears Habit Rouge as their signature scent, and they really took it to the next level with this one. They kept the original profile, adding these bourbon vanilla notes, this gorgeous ambery, semi-smoky, leathery kind of undertone, and of course, the gorgeous boozy rum. Huge thumbs up. To me, the best release of 2024. Amazing here, all around, classic meets modern to perfection. Guys, this is it. You've gotten the best 12 fragrances, in my humble opinion, in the designer counter. You're going to get the best releases of 2024 niche very soon. And of course, first impressions, haul videos, everything else that you get here on the channel, the Max Forte channel. Wishing you all a wonderful 2025 filled with love, filled with passion, and of course, healthy, joyful, and prosperous. I will see you right back here with another video very soon. Take care.